Hi. What are you doing in here, Ashley?
Oh, just plundering through makeup, what I do best.
Yeah.
You caught me.
What are you getting ready for?
A gig.
A gig?
A gig.
Right now?
Well, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Where are you going?
Splash Bar.
Anything exciting happening?
I'm there.
Woo!
Yes.
So Cinnamon and Ashley at Splash Bar tonight.
Yes. Come on out and see me.
So Cinnamon?
Yeah. Let me guess, that's stated in my bio.
Not quite. I just wanted you to tell me a little bit about growing up as a gay boy in the South.
Oh, honey. Whew, the South is where it's at, ain't it? I don't know, like I grew up, my family was very Christian, so of course homosexuality was very wrong.
It's a sin.
It was a sin, honey. And I didn't understand why because it felt so good. And I remember like hiding from my parents the fact that I had all these feelings and everything. And for you, those of you who have never had the privilege of meeting my mother, she is 4'9", of just pure feist.
She likes to stand up and suck on my titty.
Ooh, that woman. And so I mean, my entire life I hid it and everything, and then I came out of the closet when I was 17 and did not go anything like I planned.
Does it ever?
No, I don't guess so. Well, girl, it was horrible. Girl, it was in the middle of Captain D's. Yes, honey, my mama found out her son was gay. I said, at Captain D's. She should have got a shrimping bite to go with it, honey.
We need a little bit more of that story.
Yeah,
Captain D's come out.
so this bitch at my school, Katie McLaughlin, I remember you, bitch. I remember you. She started this rumor that I had hooked up with my friend's girlfriend.
Did you?
No, girl, I was sucking dick at the time. No, I didn't hook up with this bitch. But I was going to private school, so of course, like, the administrator called me in and everything, and they were like, well, we're going to cut your classes. And I was like, fuck, man, that's going to keep me from graduating. So I called my mom in this frantic rage. I was like, I need to see you now. And so she was like, well, meet me at Captain D's. I just stopped there for lunch, and I was like, really? So I go to meet her, and we're sitting there talking about everything that had happened, and she starts asking all these questions. I knew where it was going, girl. And I told her, well, you remember my neighbor? He wasn't just our neighbor. We were kind of seeing each other. Her response was, I don't think you need to go home tonight. As she's holding her big Captain D's sweet tea. Girl, full of all these old church folks, just old people. Girl, just looking at my mama, she's crying over my lost soul. But girl, yes. So, I mean, there's a lot of discrimination in the South because I think that people in the South tend to be very closed-minded, but I got out and I went further south to Florida.
And how's that been working out for you?
Oh, that went over like a fart in church. It's awful. It is the worst thing ever. I hate Panama City. Just because I guess the gay community here tends to be very cliquish. And I've noticed that they're very, if you're not in their clique, then they really don't want anything to do with you. And it's all a popularity contest. So it's a little bit different because at least in Alabama people are friendly, you know.
Do you think do you think that would not be the case in other towns?
I think that different places in the U.S. tend to be a little bit more liberal when it comes to things such as homosexuality. Honestly, somewhere like California is going to be a little bit more open with it than somewhere like
Possum Drop Meadows, Alabama. You know, we're in the Bible Belt, so everybody here is really grounded in their faith. And it's kind of hard to shake that. So I think that's where a lot of the ignorance comes from. You know, people tend to turn to the pages of a book written by a man and put so much faith in it, and then they close their minds to the fact that there are all these other wonderful people out there that they just shut out because of their sexual orientation. So I mean, it sucks, but maybe one day I'll get somewhere where it's a little bit more open, like Colorado. They love everything in Colorado.
Everything.
Everything.
All right, we have a question from the Peanut Gallery down here.
Come on, Peanut Gallery.
So, how long have you been doing drag now?
I started when I was 17. I'm about to be 31, so 13, almost 14 years, I think.
Okay, well, in your 14 years of doing drag, if there's any advice you could give newcoming girls and upcoming girls, what would it be?
Get out now.
Yeah. No, and it's something that I struggle with myself a lot of times is trying to stay humble. It's really hard to be humble when, like, you're popular.
Mhm.
And when I first started drag, that was not the case. I was not popular. I was a blogger, honey. And there are pictures to prove it. But I have them hidden and locked away and sworn to secrecy. J. Paul, I'll kill you.
I'll find them.
But, yeah, just stay humble because it's really hard because there's so much cattiness in the drag community and
What do you mean by catty?
like everybody's always trying to put each other down and clock each other and prove how they're better and everything. And I just wish that it was about being the best that you could be. You don't have to be better than everybody else. Even when you do pageants and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean there's like a competitive air to it and you're competing to be better than somebody else to win a pageant. But I think the main focus should just be being the best that you can be. And staying humble and not being so arrogant that nobody wants to book you or nobody trusts your word or your name or anything like that.
Now, as an entertainer, when you go to a venue, a new venue, or your home bar, do you go to perform just for the art of performance, or what is the most important thing to you while you're performing in the art of entertainment?
I've always had this little running joke that I love entertaining people, that it just so happens I'm good at it in drag. When I was younger, I did plays and stuff like that, and I just love the spotlight. I know that sounds so crazy. I just like being up there, and I like people who get into the music and they get into the show that you're doing. Like, that is what makes me realize that I did a good show, not the money. Yeah, the money's good. The money's a bonus. But at the end of the day, like, they pay to be entertained, so if I didn't entertain them, then I've not done my job.
Now, as we know, a lot of guys, when dating a drag queen, most of the time it doesn't end up working out.
No.
Do you think that there is a reason by this, or what's the deal with guys nowadays not liking drag queens? What's your input on it?
I've been it's so weird because I used to not like drag queens because of the reputation they came with, and I think that is kind of what affects, guys' mentality when they like, oh, you're a drag queen, because they think of the stigma that comes with it, that we're all these flamboyant gays that just turn the toot up at every opportunity. And there's actually a lot more depth to us than that, because I have found that the people that do drag tend to be some of the most secure in who they are. They know what the hell they want out of life. They know who they are, and so that way they can make two personalities. Come on, dryer going off. That's my gig for the night. So I mean, I think that's where a lot of the issue lies. Some of it could be intimidation. I would be intimidated by certain queens. I'd be intimidated by me. Just because and not because like I'm super cool or anything like that, but let's face it, drag queens have everybody talking to them. Everybody wants to be around them. So that can be a little intimidating to somebody that's used to being like low key.
Are you attracted to drag queens in any way?
I've had a kai kai.
Okay. Explain to our YouTube viewers what a kai kai is.
Kai kai is.
What's the difference between a kai kai and a kiki? We'll save that for another video, gay slang.
I mean, but kai kai is when two queens,
You have to have sex.
Shamalama legale.
I call it
The
bullying.
Morishka Hagate. But I mean, it's not something. I prefer a guy that loves football, has body hair.
Interesting. I have no more questions. Do you?
Absolutely.
She said, absolutely.
Where did the name Cinnamon come from?
It was this girl that I knew. She was a stripper, and her real name was Cinnamon. And me and your friend.
Wait, what was her stripper name?
Girl, I don't know. Shalita Snatch. But you and my friend, what's his name that lives in LA now?
Bill?
Yeah, the Hispanic boy. Anyways, you and I have a mutual friend. And
Chad.
Chad, yes. We were sitting there, and I told that girl that if I ever decided to do drag, that I would call myself Cinnamon after her. And I said it jokingly because, like I said at the time, I didn't like drag queens. They were just mad. They were rude. And then somebody asked me to do a drag show as a bet. It was like a little competition, and Cinnamon came out, and then I took on my drag mother, Victoria Ashley, and that's where the Ashley came from. So, I've stayed Cinnamon Ashley my entire career. I'm not like some of these queens that change their name every time that they screw something up at a bar.
Why do you think queens do that?
Because I guess they're too pussyfoot to own up to their shit. I've done some shady stuff, girl. I've done a lot of shady stuff, but I owned up to it when I did it. And I think a lot of times in the drag community, it's just easier for you to move towns, change your drag name, and think that nobody's going to know who you are. But inevitably, somebody's going to recognize you. You can't. Girl, you can't hide a face. Not too much.
So, I guess in closing, do you have anything else you want to say to the viewers today until next time?
I do have one more question for Cinnamon.
Oh, yeah?
Oh?
Cinnamon,
Yeah.
where do you get your inspiration for your face?
My face.
Like, I know you do different makeup just as I do at different times. I know my inspiration is. What is your inspiration with makeup? Do you rely on something?
Sometimes, yes, like I have an idea. Like, you see me do my peacock eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie's seen me do my pride eyes, my rainbow eyes. And
And tonight we have watermelon.
well, tonight it's kind of like
Oh, there's a cat.
last night. Little Shop of Horrors was on TV, and I love the red color with the greens that they have in the plant. And so, actually, that's kind of how that came about. See more?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.